What's up, guys? So today I'm going to talk about shadow work because you ever realize how most people they want to change for the better? They'll say, I want to be better, I want to change, but they'll never actually stop to observe what's happening on the inside. So like someone says, okay, I want to make more money. You go on a YouTube video, you watch a bunch of YouTube videos on how to make more money, and you never actually make more money. Why? Because you're not addressing the first real problem, which is tuning into oneself, observing yourself, because man can't change anything in himself until he first observes himself. That's real transformation. No, not hustle, not affirmations, just seeing. Seeing your jealousy rise, seeing your shadow traits rise, whatever they are, and not justifying it or hiding it behind a fake peace. You're just watching it burn away. You're staying there, being present in that uncomfortable feeling, in that real feeling, and in that bored feeling. When you're bored, like especially achingly bored, and instead of running to your phone or spacing out into your imagination, you just stay there and you feel the full ache of being alive. And that's when something inside you starts rearranging yourself. Not loudly, but it happens quietly. That's sacred work. That's shadow work. And when you feel compassion for your own suffering, but your instinct says, to just look away and distract yourself, but you don't, you hold it, and when you do that, you're doing the hardest kind of magic there is. Because you're turning emotional matter into higher energy. You're feeding the soul. That's the alchemy of consciousness. Turning mud into light. Turning reaction into awareness. And the weird thing about it is the more you observe, the more you realize you don't control anything. You don't control your thoughts. You don't control your feelings. You don't control your impulses. You just witness them. And that witnessing, that's where detachment will start to bloom too. Because people think like detachment is cold, but it's actually very warm. It's finally giving reality room to just breathe. Because when you stop clinging to everything, your plans, your image, your pain, life starts to move again. It starts flowing. You're not dragging the river anymore. You're letting it carry you. You're floating the river. And that's when miracles start to sneak in. Because you stop chasing. And suddenly the things you used to beg for, they'll start finding you. The right people will find you. In the right timing too. If you're operating in the frequency of faith, everything will happen in its divine timing. The right opportunities will find you. They'll all just slide in like they were always there. Because really they were. Because reality just wants you to shift into your original frequency. Because I always say this, bro. Think about when you were a kid. You were operating in pure bliss. The second you reach your teenage years, you start biting from the apple of sexuality. That's when anxiety starts to creep in, depression, all these things that start to sneak in because you're biting from the apple in your early teenage years. And then you have to learn how to go back into that childlike state. Because it's always been there. We just forgot how to do it. You know what I mean? And it's all vibration. Because you're not forcing reality, you're just tuning into it. You want peace? Then stop fighting the chaos. Sit in it. Because peace is waiting on the other side. You want love? Then stop finding it. Find it in yourself. And you'll attract someone who also is finding it in themselves. And that's the best kind of love. When you find someone and y'all are both 100% completely yourselves. You want abundance? Then stop needing it to prove your worth. Abundance is everywhere the second you detach. Trust me when I say that. Because it's you just aligning with what you are. I do this because this is who I am. I like to look into this stuff. I like to help people by speaking in a certain way, like speaking like this, because that's what Jesus did. And that man was in pure alignment. He had no possessions, no fear. He didn't chase, he attracted. He just walked through life unattached. And when you radiate that kind of energy, that will bend reality around you. And you stop, you care less and you trust more. So, yeah, dude, every act of conscious endurance, every time you stay awake when your mind wants to run, you create in a kind of invisible energy and it refines you. It feeds something eternal in you. And once you start seeing that, seeing yourself, your patterns, your emotions, without judgment, by the way, you're doing this all without judgment, that's when you finally stop being a puppet. And all your shadow traits, you can see it and you can become aware of it, so you can finally stop. You start becoming a participant. You start realizing that every breath, every thought you choose to witness instead of obey is fuel. You're making gold out of pain. You're turning noise into light. So yeah, bro, detach. Not to escape, but to wake up. Observe yourself. Let the universe do its work on you. Sit still and meditate and let the universe just do its work, because it will. When you stop trying to own the moment will own you. And that's when the divine steps in. Through synchronicities, through silence. And it says, that's heaven whispering down to you, and it says, finally, you remembered. Peace. Hope y'all have wonderful lives.